on option one more time. He's got Jason Jarrett. He's across the 40. He's across the 50. The 40. He's going to score down to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Milton. No flag.
Football player, and he's carrying the ball again into the center this time, following his fullback, and he's broken loose. He came out of nowhere. He's broken loose, and he runs the ball.
He pitches to Comfer. Comfer picks his way. Good hole there. He's still on his feet. He's down. He's got one man to beat. I don't know if Snyder can catch him. He cannot, and he's
on a little bootleg action. Going to throw back to Ross. Marr misses. Ross, oh, nice open field running. Ross is going.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CCN's coverage of high school football. Tonight we're at Alumni Field in Milton, where the Black Panthers are hosting the Ironmen of Danville. I'm Ted McFerrin. Alongside me is Mark Burrows. Mark, we have a Milton team who is 2-4 coming off a loss to Shamokin last week, a lopsided loss, and we have a Danville team who is 4-2 coming off a lopsided loss to Montoursville. Danville needs a victory to keep in the division or in the AA race for districts. What do the coaches do in a situation like this? How are they going to motivate their team, their players to come back from such a, lopsided losses?
Well, I think each team has two different things that they need to do. One, Milton is in a situation where they're trying to salvage a season and make something out of it. And Danville is in that real tough, thick District 4 AA race that they had to play Monday. Now they're back here playing on Friday. So basically in District 4 AA, you have to win out. And Danville is 4-2.
Right.
And all the teams ahead of them obviously have one loss or none. So, and their schedule doesn't get any easier. They have to finish the season Mount Carmel and Southern Columbia.
Southern, right.
So I think there's two different things happening here with Milton. Milton is trying to make something out of the remainder of their season. You're going to see them with their quarterback back. Kevin Light will be starting tonight. And Danville, just basically, their playoff season started last week.
Right. Okay, well, there you have it. Important game for the Danville Ironmen. Stay with us as we'll be back after the we will be back with the opening kickoff after these messages.
This Historic Inn, located in the beautiful Susquehanna Valley, is known for its fresh seafood, steak, and Italian cuisine, and the perfect choice for banquets, parties, and receptions. Have your party here. We're at the Watson Inn. Your ideas come alive. With a full-service bar, stage, and dance floor, your guests will be treated to a banquet like no other. Stayover accommodations for your guests are available, and they can relax in the Red Oak Bar and Lounge. Fun dining at its finest, serving more than just a meal.
Has your furniture seen better days? Don't face another season without a fresh new look for your home from Gimberling's Furniture. See our expansive showrooms for your next dining room, living room, bedroom, or other addition to your home. We also have accent pieces and accessories to complete your room. Be comfortable indoors this season. Find what you're looking for at Gimberling's Furniture, Route 405, just east of Lewisburg.
Turbottville National Bank, your full-featured source for financial services. We provide complete loan services when you need additional finances. A wide variety of savings plans to meet all your financial goals. The benefits of the Winter 50 checking account. The power of PC and telebanking. Now you can manage your money from home with your personal computer or telephone. Plus the convenience of a drive-up ATM and night deposit box. Visit our website at ttnb.com. Your hometown bank for over 88 years. Turbottville National Bank, member FDIC.
Try all you want, but nothing can replace the rush you get from a Kawasaki Ninja.
Welcome back to Alumni Field. The Ironmen are going to be kicking off to the Black Panthers. Back for the Black Panthers, number 2, Jesse Garcia, and number 26, Travis Delsite. Kickoff coming over to Garcia. It bounces in front of him. He falls on it on about the 14-yard line. I'll give Mark Burrows time to give the offensive starters for the Milton Black Panthers.
For the Milton Black Panthers, at left tackle, number 70, Shane Chamberlain. At left guard, number 51, Scott Barrett. The center is number 66, Cody Johnson. Right guard, number 54, Kevin Benage. Right tackle, 56, Zach Dietrich. Tight end is number 88, Brandon Radke. At quarterback, number 12, Kevin Light. Running backs are number 32, Charlie Johnson, and number 26, Travis Delsite. And your wideouts are number 10, Bud Kurtz, and number 17, Zach Marks.
The Black Panthers come up over the ball. Garcia hands off to Johnson. Goes off right tackle. Up to about the 21-yard line. Pickup of about 7 yards. Be second and, let's say 6 yards, 2nd and 4. We have Kevin Light back in at quarterback this week.
I believe he's been out about 2 weeks with some type of ankle injury. This is his first game back. I think it's 2 weeks, Ted, but I'm not exactly sure.
2nd and 4. Delsite around the left end. Tackled by number 11, Ryan Olaf.
Going to be about a yard short.
Bringing up a 3rd and 1. Olaf, the linebacker, scraping down the line, making a nice tackle.
It'll be interesting with Charlie Johnson back in the lineup. This is Charlie Johnson territory now. 3rd down and less than a yard. Should see number 32 here.
Olaf up in the gap, and Olaf splits the center guard gap and makes a tackle in the backfield. Milton comes up short. In fact, I think they lost a yard on that play, so it'll be 4th and 2, bringing in the punt team for the Black Panthers. Going back to receive for the Danville Ironmen, number 14 is Brendan Wright, and number 13 is Mike Faust. Number 40, Corey Durr, back to punt for the Black Panthers. Gets the punt blocked by the Ironman. It's rolling into the end zone. No, I think he recovered by
55.
Blake Peeler on the 1-yard line.
He's on about the 1-inch line.
Danville coming up with a big block, and I didn't quite get the number of the guy that blocked it, but I know there were 3 of them right there.
I think it was the same kid that blocked the punt that recovered it.
It might have been. It might have been. But Blake Peeler with the recovery on, like you said, about the inch line.
Boy, he had a lineman's dream right there.
Right there. If he would have just let it roll, another 6 inches had fallen on it because there was no Black Panther near him. Travis Miller, quarterback, hands off to number 40, Kyle Ale, who is in for the touchdown. And after the quick turnover, the blocked punt, 1 play, and Danville carries it in for the score.
That's a rough way for the Black Panthers to start tonight.
Well, especially when they had that 3rd and short, you know, and that was stuffed. And then they get the punt blocked.
Milton this year, has been very quick to start and slow to finish. So maybe they're going to turn something around and be slow to start and quick to finish this week.
Travis Miller to kick. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 9:55 to go in the first quarter, the Ironmen with a 7-0 lead.
Tell you what, I'm so fired up.
If you thought last year was good,
Oh, did he make this difference? Will you stop?
this year is even better.
This Eagles team's capable of doing anything.
Send your views to the panel with Comcast Video Mail and watch to see if you appear during the show. And scrolling fantasy stats keep you ahead of the game. Plus, make your vote count with a singular poll question. Don't miss Chevrolet Postgame Live after every Eagles game, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
The NHL is back. NHL Center Ice is your ticket to get inside the NHL with up to 40 games a week outside your local area. Don't miss the intensity of increased rivalries, great new rules, and no more ties. The shootout is on NHL Center Ice. Order by October 31st and get NHL Center Ice for $129, $30 off the regular season price. When it comes to sports, we're on your team.
Once again, we have Garcia and Delsite back to receive the kickoff. And kicking off for Danville is Travis Miller. Delsite receives it about the 15-yard line. He's up through the middle, cuts to the left out to about the 37, where the Black Panthers have good field position. 1st and 10.
And it's not panic time. I mean, there's a heck of a lot of football game left here, and Milton will stay within their offense. With Kevin Light back, gives them the option of throwing and running, again, depending upon how his ankle is. But Milton is pretty much a grinded-out type of offense, and that we keep going back to it. But that 3rd and a yard, that's a pretty big play to start the game off.
Radke split out, wide left. They have a wide slot to that side. It's a reverse. Who looks like he wants to throw the ball, but no, he's holding on to the ball and running. It's Wayne Kurtz, gets up and is forced out of bounds at about the 44-yard line of Danville. Good call by there. Bud Kurtz with the reverse. Coming back to the Milton sideline.
And you hit on something there, Ted. He was looking to throw the ball. That's the young kid that stepped in at quarterback the last 2 weeks.
Right.
As a sophomore. So he can be a throwing threat out of that set.
Handoff to Johnson off left side. Tackled by Brendan Wright after a pickup of 3 yards.
And that's the type of runner Charlie Johnson is. He's going to get you 2-3 yards at a time. Travis Delsite's a kid that'll break one for you. And Danville's defense is very, very aggressive. And the reverses and counters to slow them down, I think you're going to see that out of this wing offense that Milton used to run, but they aren't running it so far tonight.
Wide slot right eye. Light with the handoff up the middle. It goes nowhere as the Danville defense stacks them up.
That was the same 3rd and 1 play.
Yes, yes. It looked like Dan Marion with the tackle on that play.
And this is a place Milton really isn't comfortable in 3rd and long, and Danville's defense is comfortable being where they are.
Light back to throw, 3-step drop. He looks for Rodkey, and he hits him on about the 30 for a 1st down.
And Danville's defense basically at this point in time is daring Milton to throw the ball. They had 8 guys in the box that time, 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers within the end box, and it was 3rd and 8.
Radke's got good size. He's 6'5", 201 junior. He's a good sized target to aim for. Delsite trying to get off the left tackle. Tackled by number 58, Dustin Hunsinger.
And Danville has more guys than Milton has to block. I mean, they are loading up inside, basically daring Milton to throw the football. And we would like to remind you, you're watching the PCN Game of the Week featuring the Milton Black Panthers and the Danville Ironmen on the Pennsylvania Cable Network. PCN, only on cable.
Radke right, Kurtz to the left. Light back to throw. Now he's flushed out, running to the right, steps up, and he is forced out of bounds, I think for a loss of yardage by
Steve Jeffries, and Dan Marion.
Oh, that ankle looked pretty good on that little.
Yes, he did. Well, Light is definitely quick. He's got to have some room to move, and Danville, the Ironmen's defense, did not give him any room, so we have a 3rd and 11. I think he's going to come back to Radke here. Radke is the leading receiver for Milton with 17 receptions for 244 yards and 4 TDs. And he looks like he's got single coverage on the right.
Yeah, they're daring him to throw the football.
They do have everybody up tight. And, oh, man,
That's
the dam broke. The dam broke, fellas. And Light just gets the ball away as Andrew Cope and Sean Jeffries were right on his tail.
That looked like a jailbreak.
Yes, there was no blocking there at all. 4th and long. From the 31.
And they're going to go for it.
Radke splits out left with Josh Dersham in the slot. Light sprints to the left. He's thrown. There's Radke. Oh, the ball is tipped, and it is incomplete. Radke looked like it hit him in the chest, but he was hit by the defender at the exact time the ball came in contact with him, and it was dislodged. And Danville takes over 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
That was both a good, or all 3 things: a good route, a good throw, and good defense.
Right.
All 3
That's
things.
right. And I think that's what you have to do with Kevin Light, is roll him out, give him the option to run the ball. Okay, Travis Miller brings Ironman up over the ball. We've got a slot right, split left. Miller looking into the flat. He hits number 11, Ryan Olaf. Gets up to about the 42-yard line for a 1st down. Black Panthers force them out of bounds.
Starters for Danville at left tackle, number 60, Matt Kunfer. The left guard is number 71, Steve Crum. Center, number 55, Blake Peeler. The right guard is number 63, Aaron Dietz. The right tackle is number 79, John Godonis. And the tight end is number 11, Ryan Olaf.
Miller with the option to number 40. That will be Kyle Ale. Tough run. Gets about 9 yards. The rest of the starters, Mark.
At quarterback, number 12, Travis Miller. Fullback, number 35, Steve Jeffries. The tailback, number 40, Kyle Ale. Your wideouts are number 24, Josh Paraquet, and number 13, Mike Faust.
We have a measurement here.
I think Milton would prefer them to be in a 1st and 10 than a 2nd and short, because Danville will air it out and run a very wide open offense.
Sure, and it's short here, and this is definitely a play to do so.
Short.
Right. Kyle Ale, talking about him, he's had 86 attempts rushing for 529 yards and 7 TDs.
And he's been hurt most of that. I mean, he hasn't played a full first half of the season. He's been on the shelf a couple times.
He's definitely got some good size to him too. He 5'10", 190.
Yep. And he's one of those kids that excels on the wrestling mat too. You'll hear about him this winter if he can stay healthy.
Paraquet wide left. They just might take a shot here. This is the down to do it. Nope, they're going out to the flat. Oh, I'll tell you, Radke was right there.
Well, they just, Danville's going to have linemen downfield, which is going to not make Coach Wynn very happy.
Not on a 3-step drop like that.
They had linemen downfield. He's going to call holding.
That was a tricky pass because Radke was right there in the flat. He would have read that a step sooner. He could have stepped in between the quarterback and the receiver and intercepted that ball.
Yep. I really thought they were going to go take a shot deep.
I did too. I thought it was going to be a 3-step drop, lofted downfield to the outside receiver. So we have a 2nd and about 12 for the Ironmen. 6:16 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Danville. Their second possession. Perquette left. Miller sprinting left, throws downfield. Oh, he put the ball right there on the hands of Mike Faust, who had done a down, out, and up from the slot position. The ball was right there, but he could not reel it in.
That was a very nice throw by Travis Miller, and I mean, those things will happen. That was a nice route, nice call. He laid that out there where it could have been caught. I think he may have scored.
He might have. It brings up a 3rd and long. Screen. See what Milton will do here defensively. They'll be sending Johnson. No. Miller goes right. This is a screen. Oh baby. Boy. And it's set up, but he's got one guy to beat. Can he beat him? And he does. But the ball's on the ground. But it is recovered by the Ironmen.
First down.
First down, number 80, Sidney Smith with the recovery. The screen pass was to Ryan Olaf. A tight end screen left as Miller rolled to his right, threw back to the left, and it was definitely set up. Olaf broke one tackle, but then in the process the ball was put on the ground. But it was recovered by Sidney Smith, and Danville retains possession. 1st and 10 on about the 45.5-yard line. Kyle L with a run up the middle. He's tackled by number 75, Daryl Kurtz. Daryl Kurtz is a junior, 6'4", 239 pounds.
I think Danville is just going to run the ball just enough to keep somebody happy, but the majority of their offense is throwing the football.
Is going to be throwing the ball. Well, I like the way this L runs the ball. He is not in the backfield at this point. They brought in they go in motion to trips right. Miller sprinting to the right. He's throwing deep for number 13. The ball was on the ground. What are the officials going to call this? They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Coach Wynn running down the sideline. He thought the receiver had it and dropped it once he hit the ground, but the officials are calling it an incomplete pass. The pass was to Mike Faust.
And that's why we should have instant replay in high school football. You want instant replay and everything else. That was a tough call if he had possession or not. And obviously we couldn't see it from this side.
No, he's away from our side, definitely. But Coach Wynn definitely thought that it was a reception. So it brings up 3rd and 8.
And not to take away, that was a very well thrown football.
Yes, it was. This Travis Miller has a nice touch.
Milton has to figure out a way to get a little pressure on the quarterback, get some penetration or send linebackers or something. If they give him all day back there to throw, they're going to be in trouble.
Al is back in, and it looks like another screen, and there's nobody in the middle of the field. And it's to
Jeffries. He's a fullback.
Number 35, Steve Jeffries. It was a middle screen, and there was nobody there to cover it. And the Ironmen take it all the way down to the 5-yard line of the Milton Black Panthers. That was a very good call.
Well, I just said they needed to get penetration. They sent everybody. And one way to defeat that is to throw a screen.
Well, that's the way to.
They executed that perfectly. He held on to the ball just long enough and at the right time, and there was 9 guys in black jerseys in the backfield.
Now it's Al time. Deep. Al gets it, runs off tackle, cuts back into the middle, and he is in the end zone for Danville's second score of the quarter. And with 3:50 to go, the Ironmen go up 13-0, and Travis Miller will attempt the point after.
The Danville kids are running the ball hard, but one of the problems that Milton is having is that they're really not tackling very well. There's been a lot of broken tackles here.
That was evident on that middle screen there that got him down the 5-yard line. Snaps up, or kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:50 left to go in the first quarter, it is 14-0 Danville.
No beer for 60 minutes. We don't like them, they don't like us. Everything that moves out there. Everything that moves. Respect is not given, it is earned. Come on, they don't want to win, jump on the field, let's go. This is what it's all about right now. This is what they champion. This is what the NFL is all about.
This fall on TBS, Saturday nights all right for the best in college football action. Catch the power of the Big 12, the prestige of the Pac-10, as the best players in college football fight for a national title for the last big game of the night. Don't miss Saturday night college football all season long on TBS.
Welcome back to Alumni Field. There you see the Danville High School band. Looks like they might be getting ready to warm up, and they're excited with their team ahead 14-0. You see some of the fans there. Like we said earlier, Danville is in need of this victory, as they need to pick up the points to stay in the hunt for the AA district playoffs, of which they take 4 teams.
You know, talking about the playoffs, Ted, I don't know that there's ever been a year in the recent past that District 4 AA has been as loaded as it is. I mean, it's
right.
Every week's a playoff game.
Garcia with the reception. And he is brought down by number 24, Josh Burquette, and some friends. But Milton will start at the 27-yard line.
And Milton has to get something going here. They can't afford to give the ball back to Danville and allow them to go up and down the field as they have. Of course, they haven't gone back up the field yet because we're still in the first quarter.
Well, you know, other than getting the ball to Radke,
I don't think they're going to run a ball.
I don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball here either against the Ironmen. You know, here we drop back. He's lofting it out, trying to get it to Kurtz, but it's an incomplete pass.
I mean, the way their offensive sets are, I really do not think they're going to be able to run the ball between the tackles here.
Passing-wise, Kevin Light has, for the year, now of course he was injured, but he has attempted 38 passes, completed 13, had 5 interceptions, 235 yards, and 4 TDs. They really haven't been successful throwing the ball.
And a lot of his rushing yards have come off.
Here we have Delsite coming around the right end, and Olaf.
Another flag.
Olaf coming from the linebacker spot with the tackle. Run out of bounds. We have a flag on the play.
It's about the spot where holding would be. I think they're going to flag a Kevin Benage for holding. Let's see if he's guilty.
Holding against the Black Panthers. Geez, they just can't seem to get anything going, at least right here in the first quarter.
And while we have this moment, your officials for tonight, the referee is John McClintock. The umpire is Gene Coleman. The linesman is Carmen Calari. The line judge is Greg Harkins. And your back judge is Vincent Antsaravage.
Second and a long 17, which is not where Milton wants to be.
Not at all.
Danville's just going to turn their linebackers loose on this. Here comes Olaf. Kurtz Kurtz looking for some running room on a reverse, and once again, Olaf in on the play along with John Jeffries, and they're just moving backwards.
Well, Milton's offensive set, they're only setting one flanker out there, which is allowing Danville to keep 8-9 guys in the box. And I think you're going to see a jailbreak here again. If they come out in that same offensive set, you're going to see a jailbreak.
Here they come out. They're coming out with double tights, and they have Radke out, or no, this would be a pro.
They got movement.
Yeah, we did have movement on Radke. He's going deep to Radke. It is overthrown, and it seems like the offense just, if they don't throw it to Radke, they're not producing anything.
Well, and again, I'm not here to second guess anything of Milton coaching staff or anything like that. They're in the same set just about every time, and they only have one wide out who's being covered man to man.
Right, and everybody else is in the box.
They can't get out of there. I mean, it's legal to chuck somebody within, in the line of scrimmage. They can't get downfield.
Faustin right deep for Danville. End over and punt. Picked up by Faust, who goes to the Danville sideline, and he is run out of bounds.
About the 41, I think, Ted.
About the 41, and it was tackled by number 40, Corey Durr, a senior. So Danville with good field position. And with 2:18 to go in the first quarter, up 14-0.
And this is another situation.
This is a bomb, baby, right here, man.
I'm telling you right now, this is a situation where Danville wants to put the game away out of reach right now.
Perquette going deep down the right sideline. Travis Miller back in shotgun formation. Snap is back. He's rolling to his left. Looks like he's going to keep the ball. He's got lead blocker out in front of him.
Good blocking.
Good blocking. He's tackled out of bounds at about the 30-yard line by Charlie Johnson. A good call. Good run by Travis Miller. Brings a 1st and 10 on the 31.
The Milton defense just looks, they look slow.
They look lethargic right now, right? You're looking, this is only the first time I've seen them, but you look to me as though you're looking at a defeated team. Here we go with wide slots to both sides. Miller shotgun. And he runs up the middle. He gets met by the Black Panthers. Number 75, Darryl Kurtz with the tackle. This CCN Sports presentation is brought to you in part by Vogel's Cleaners, which is CCN's 2005 Player of the Game hat sponsor, at Turbottville National Bank, Milton Transportation, Standard Journal Newspapers, Bill Marks Auto Sales, Hoover's Furniture Galleries, Fedder's Jewelers, NU Community Credit Union, Comcast Sportsnet, Kurtz Kawasaki, the Danville News, Domino's Pizza, Gamberling's Furniture, Watson Inn, Klinger Lumber, Sovereign Bank, Fox Sports Pittsburgh, Route 15 Silver Moon Furniture. Hand off goes to Ale, who is brought down once again by Kurtz, who he got about 5 yards, so it brings up a 3rd and 5.
As successful as those screens have been, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Of course, maybe Milton won't send in everybody. Maybe they learned their lesson on that. I don't know.
Well, yeah, Danville's pretty. I think he could roll out to the right and hit a pass.
Well, he hasn't dropped straight back yet when he's going to throw.
Although he's got motion back across the formation. 3-step drop. He's going with he went with a slant. The ball was high. It was catchable, but it was high, and it looked like he had a little bit of speed to that baby, too.
Yeah, that one came out of there like a little like a little bit of a bullet on that one.
4th down for the Danville Ironmen. Let's see what we're going to do here. I'm sure Coach Wynn's going to go for it. I don't know if they have any.
They were kicking field goals at about 30 yards before the game.
Okay.
So they got to get another 10 at least to feel comfortable with the field goal.
Ale is not in the backfield. Lined up at tailback right now is number 13, Faust.
Is a receiver.
Okay, and they're moving, so they have no setbacks. Miller in shotgun by himself. He's flushed out, moves to the left. Receiver comes back to the ball, but could not come up with the reception. So the Black Panthers defense holds, and they take over on downs with 31 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing for Milton's defense to have done, is not allow another score here in the first quarter to go down by 3. They just got to get some offense generated somehow.
Right, and they see if they stay with the same formations. Maybe they'll come out with something a little bit different here.
Well, I really believe they have to mix it up somehow.
Okay, we're coming out with a trips left. Hand off to Johnson off the left side, who breaks the first tackle, and he's down the left sideline, down to about the 48-yard line, where he is tackled by Taylor McGargle.
Johnson is a very, very tough runner. He just doesn't have touchdown breakaway speed.
He doesn't have breakaway speed, but
I'm not making fun of him. You're talking to a guy that runs a 6'7", 40, so he just doesn't have that breakaway speed, but he's an extremely tough runner.
And he showed it right there. And we're coming up with the same formation. Inside handoff to Delsite. Coming back, and he is hit. He is hit. I'm trying to pick up the number as number 14. Brendan Wright put a smack on him, and I think Delsite is down.
It looked like there was a little mix-up in the backfield.
Yes, there was.
The running back was to go inside handoff or outside handoff. I don't think that had really a lot to do with it, because that kid from Danville laid a whack on him.
Well, they were in a tight trips right, and Delsite came from the tight slot back on an inside handoff. But like you said, it was a little bit confusion there. Almost ran into Light. He is down there. We have finished the first quarter.
Well, Milton cannot afford to lose him.
Vogel's Cleaners is very proud to be the 2005 Player of the Game hat sponsor. In honor of celebrating our 80th year, we are having our 20% off sale. Each month, 1 or 2 items of dry cleanable clothing will be on special. Be sure to stop by or call to see what's on special each month. And congratulations from Vogel's Cleaners to all recipients of the Player of the Game CCN Sports hat.
Something fantastic is still going on at Bill Mark's Auto Sales. Not only does Bill give a 5-month, 5,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, Bill has more 4-wheel drive pickups, quad cabs, crew cabs, SUVs, vans, and cargo vans than any other dealer in the area. Over 100 vehicles to see at one location. Every vehicle comes with Bill's 5-month, 5,000-mile warranty. So why not steer your way into the home of Central Pennsylvania's largest independent dealer, Bill Mark's Auto Sales, Route 15 north of Lewisburg.
Milton Transportation would like to present the following public safety educational ad. Large commercial vehicles require a lot of additional space to make turns safely. Here you will notice the truck must go to the driver's extreme left to make the right turn. Many times, cars drive into the no zone area and find themselves in a squeeze play. Avoid this by using common courtesy. When you see a truck going wide to the driver's left with a right turn signal on, please stay back until the truck has turned safely. A 30-second wait can prevent an accident or an injury.
Move it, Rover.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the game.
Hey, Joey, wake up.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, the girls are here.
Hello, ladies. Come in.
Hi, girls. Hey. Come on in. Join us.
We brought drinks.
Hi, Charlene.
Hi, Austin.
Don't be shy, Charlene. Join in.
Okay.
Your color goes so well with the wall. If you live, work, or worship in Northumberland or Union counties, you can now join the money-saving financial services available at the new Community Credit Union. The staff are dedicated to providing their members with low-interest loans, personal service, and a lifetime of benefits for you and your family. Located on Route 45 in Montandon, with easy access drive-up window and a convenient 24/7 ATM. Come meet the staff and join today. New Community Credit Union on Route 45 in Montandon.
Coming out with that same formation again, who's in that tight slot is Kurtz. Light back to throw. He's looking deep, but it is overthrown. Whether he was going for Radke or down deep, I don't know quite who that ball was intended for, but it was incomplete, which will now bring up a third and about 11 yards. We're into the second quarter, just barely, with the score 14-0 to Danville Ironmen.
Now this is where Milton has really, really struggled. These third and longs, and where mistakes are made, and they just got to come up with a big play here sooner or later on one of these third and longs.
Kevin Light with a nice lob, but he didn't get it out in front of the receiver enough. The receiver had beaten the defender, but Kevin couldn't get it there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and long. If you're just joining us, in the first quarter, Danville scored after blocking a punt, Milton punt, covering it on the 1-yard line. And on one of their possessions, they ran a middle screen that went down to about the 5-yard line, and when after that, Kyle Ale took it in for a score, making it 14-0. Left-handed, left-footed punt. Brendan Wright picks it up, going to the left sideline, getting to Danville's bench.
Nice
He's got
block.
some nice blocks. He's down the sideline. He is going
they're gonna bring
all
that back.
the way. But we do have a yellow flag on the 40-yard line. It might be a clip or a legal block in the back. Let's see what they're going to call here.
Well, the one that I saw was out about the 50. That was a very good block that was probably pretty close. I didn't know if I saw that one, Ted.
Boy, it looked good to me. I'd like to see that on instant replay, buddy.
Yep.
Legal use of hands, white.
Brings the ball back, illegal use of hands. Danville will have a 1st and 10 on about the 30-yard line. So that beautiful return by Brendan Wright is negated, but Danville does retain possession. 1st and 10 on the 30. Let's see what Milton can do. Milton did stop him the last possession. See if they can continue to pressure the Ironmen defensively. Miller back in shotgun. He's coming and running the option, giving the ball out to number 35. That is Steve Jeffries, who's tackled by Johnson.
Boy, did he ever cover a lot of ground and come quick on that. Charlie Johnson.
Johnson and Josh Dersham, yes.
Boy, from that linebacker spot,
he
man,
came quick. Yes, he did.
flying.
Yes, he did. He read the play and came right at it.
Now Milton has to continue to come up with stops. They just can't allow Danville to punch another one in here before the half. Their offense is not a 3-touchdown behind offense.
No. 2nd and 6. Hale back in. Travis Miller sprints to the left, getting good blocks. He finds receiver, but it is through his hands, that being Mike Faust. I'll tell you, this Miller kid throws the ball very nice.
Plays it nice.
Yes, he does. I mean, he's put some passes right there on the receiver's hands tonight that have not been caught.
Well, and part of that play, Ted, number 23 for Milton defended that very well and had a little, I think he got his hand in there to.
It's Trent Beaver.
Yeah, he got his hand in there to assist that ball coming out. He played that very well defensively.
Now that's what they have to continue to do if they're going to stay in this game. This brings up a 3rd and 6. Option to the left, Ale. And he's got the first down and more yardage. Tackled by number 81, who will be Terrell Prutzman. But Ale gets the first down, picks up about 9-10 yards.
Somebody from Danville that time, I didn't get a number, but they got out there and picked off Charlie Johnson that time.
The nice block.
Yes, it was.
First and 10 on the 44. Mike Faust wide to the right here. Travis Miller, hands off, up the gut, nowhere. Steve Jeffries.
That's the first we've seen that all night.
As he is tackled by number 54, Kevin Benage, senior, 6'3", 239 pounds for the Milton Black Panthers.
Then Danville's comfortable in second and long, third and long. I mean, they'll put the ball up 30 times a game, so it's really irrelevant what their situation is. Milton just defensively has to figure out a way to get some pressure in on the quarterback.
Danville calls a timeout. So don't go away. Stay right here with us, as we'll be back after these short messages from our sponsor.
This October on HDNet, quality sports and entertainment, breathtaking news and documentaries, and exclusives you won't find anywhere else. Broadcast in 5.1 Dolby Digital surround sound, and the stunning clarity of 1080i high definition. We've got it all this October on HDNet.
There we are. There's the Milton Black Panther trying to generate some excitement on the sidelines. Vogel's Cleaners, 140 South Front Street in Milton, is CCN's Player of the Game. The hat sponsor. Vogel's Cleaners is celebrating their 80th anniversary with specials each month for the rest of the year, so stop by and get your 20% off on their monthly special. They change each month, so take advantage of all the specials they have to offer through December 2005.
Very nice people at Vogel's Cleaners. I was just there today. Gave them my donation for their work.
Well, heck, if they clean your clothes, baby, that's a job.
Oh, I thought we were going to get away with no jokes tonight.
Second and long. It's Faust in motion to the, oh, he's got number 11 deep down the middle, and he cannot hold on to it. These receivers for Danville have just not been able to hold on to the ball tonight. Brian Olaf was wide open. And it seemed to me that Miller put that right there. It just, he bobbled it and then fell to the ground.
It appeared to be another well-thrown ball. These guys just got to come up and start making some catches.
If they do start making catches, they're going to score points because the Milton Panthers defensive secondary has been beat.
Yeah, if they start making these catches, it's going to be a long night.
Danville with another timeout.
The production of tonight's game between the Danville Ironmen and the Milton Black Panthers is courtesy of CCN Sports Channel 8. We want to thank them for making the game of the week possible.
The top receiver for the Danville Ironmen is Faust. Mike has 26 receptions for 468 yards and 5 TDs.
Well, normally in high school football, you always go back to dance with who brought you. So in a third and long, we're probably looking for Mr. Fowl somewhere out here.
I would think so, too. The second leading receiver is Olaf with 11 receptions and 110 yards.
One of the things that Danville has to be concerned about at this point is they're allowing Milton to hang around in this football game.
That's right. You know, they have had an opportunity or two to score a couple other times, and they haven't been able to do it. Danville coming out in a wide spread trips. Travis Miller to the right. He's looking back to his left. Nobody's open. He gets rid of it in the middle, and that ball is dropped. Once again, number 24, Josh Paquette. No, they're calling that a reception. His back was to us, so maybe he did catch that. I didn't see it, but it looked to me as the Milton players were calling a incomplete pass, but undoubtedly he did catch the ball.
Well, nobody down here in the Milton sideline thing.
He's complaining.
Yeah,
no.
It looks like they have a beef. So
right. So it must have been a good reception. It brings up a 1st and 10. Miller on that play rolled to his right and looked like he was looking back to his left, but the receiver was covered. Just dumped it to Paquette, who was wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, the Danville offensive line does a very good job of protecting him, and also their backs step up and block really well when he's rolling out.
This looks like a running play to Ale. Here we go. Yes, they got to do that once in a while. As he goes off right tackle and is pushed out of bounds. I thought we were going to have a late hit there by Charlie Johnson, but Gene Coleman couldn't find his flag. Maybe.
Well, I think they give him the ball just enough to keep him happy. And he's been nicked up too this year, and I don't think he's the type of kid they want to give the ball to 25, 30 times a game.
Right. Now this is the first I've seen Danville, but it looks like their offense is built around Travis Miller and his arm. Miller sprints out to the left, looking for Paquette, not there. Johnson just misses, and Miller gets hammered.
Yes, he did.
He gets hammered by number 67, George Hine.
Well, there was Charlie Johnson again, closed with that good speed. He just was off by about a half a yard.
Yep. But George Hine put a good lick on Travis Miller, and I thought maybe Travis would be slow to come up, but he popped right up.
So when he's rolling to his left and a right-handed thrower, he has his whole body is vulnerable to just get smacked.
That's
if
right.
The timing's right.
And he got smacked right when he was turning to release that ball. So we have a 3rd and 4 for the Ironmen. Paquette left. Faust and Olaf to the right. And we have the fullback going in motion, so we have an option to Ale. We got good block out there. And Ale breaks a couple tackles, and he is down to about the 22-yard line, which gives the Ironmen a 1st and 10.
Now that play,
we had good lead block by Steve Jeffries there in the fullback position. And he went in motion, but he got out in front of that option and made a nice block.
Well, they've run that play a couple times tonight, and it's been very, very successful every time they ran it.
Danville on a roll here. They've moving nice drive downfield. Sidney Smith way out to the right. Miller in shotgun formation. He's rolling to his right, looking to keep the ball. Gets blocks from Jeffries. Still running on his feet, and he is out of bounds as he is forced out by Ira Fetter, number 28 for the Black Panthers. Mark, right now the Ironmen are moving pretty much at will.
Yeah, they are just taking it to Milton. One of the things Milton, again, is having difficulty doing, boy, they are really, really having a tough night tackling.
Yeah, they have Al, the Al kid has broken numerous tackles every time he runs the ball.
I mean, even on that last play they just ran there, he basically walked out of bounds. He really wasn't
he wasn't really hit out of bounds. No, I tell you, I'm impressed with the lead blocking Danville's getting on their running.
Here's that formation where they run the option out of once or twice.
We got a tight trips. Jeffries, we got a pitch out to Ale, and Ale gets a few yards and is brought down by Johnson. Johnson definitely is making his presence felt on the field, but he's got to get some other people to help him.
Needs a little bit of help, and when Danville comes out in that formation, Milton is not adjusting anybody to the wide side of the field. They're setting their 2 defensive backs one-on-one on the receivers, and I mean, he's got 30 yards to play with out there to run the football.
Right. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. A wide slot right. Miller Hands off to Jeffries, who runs up the middle. His leg is chopping, and he just keeps driving forward.
Very good, tough run.
And he is tackled by number 24, Josh Dersham. But these Danville Ironmen runners are looking tough.
Well, that kid deserves a carry. He's been blocking really, really well all night long.
You're right. He does deserve to get to touch the ball a little bit. And he comes out. Ale comes back in along with Sidney Smith. Second and 1. So they can get a first down without scoring. They go wide to each side. Miller keeps the ball. He runs into back, and he's tackled Milton with good penetration from Daryl Kurtz. Miller looked like he was trying to take it himself around the right end, and Kurtz just stood his blocker up and pushed him back into the backfield, got penetration, and Miller ran into the back of his tackle and couldn't go anywhere. And they lost 9 yards.
Now that's a pretty impressive play there by the defensive line of Milton.
That was a very good play. Now it brings up a 3rd and 9. They lost 8 yards on that play. We got a wide slot to the left. They're coming with a sweep to the right to Ale. Ale cuts back inside, and he is hammered. First hitting him was Josh Dersham. And he picks up, Ale picks up about 5, so it is 4th and 4.
Did they call timeout or?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
They have used 2 timeouts, right? They have 1 left.
Yeah, I didn't. They got to be getting close there. They spent a lot of time on the sideline.
They come up over the ball. There's a little bit of confusion in the formation. They got trips to the left, split right. Miller splits to the left. He's got plenty of room in front of him. He throws it to Olaf, who is in for the score. Miller rolls out to his left, and he throws it to Olaf, who makes a nice catch in amongst the defenders, and he catches the ball and brings it down inside the pylon for the score, making it Danville 20, Milton nothing.
Well, he caught that ball about the 5-yard line, got those last 5 yards all on his own.
He did, yes he did.
It was just a very good run. Again, tackling. Milton, or the Danville runners are not going down on first contact.
Snap is back, down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:47 to go in the second quarter, it is now the Danville Ironmen 21, the Milton Black Panthers nothing.
Monster Fest lives on AMC. For 9 relentless days and nights this October, AMC is nothing but the scariest, the creepiest, the best horror movies. Go to AMCTV.com now to enter our online house of horrors. Use a high-speed cable internet connection to experience it at the speed of fright. Monster Fest, October 23rd through the 31st, only on AMC.
Why haven't you gotten a mammogram? Because I don't think I'm at risk. Because I can't afford it. Because I think it can wait until next year. Why you should? Because yearly mammograms really can help detect breast cancer. Because using the tools of early detection really can save your life.
Travis Miller, who does a little bit of everything for this team, kicking off. Nice kick over the head of Garcia. He goes off his right hand. Garcia, it's over the goal line, so the ball will come out to the 20-yard line.
That was a very nice kick. But now Milton can't afford to make mistakes this deep in their own territory.
No, they can't give Danville the short field. They need to get a drive going here now. Coach Chicatano has to come up with some way to get his team to move this ball down the field.
Give credit to Danville's defense. Milton cannot run the football. I don't know what the statistics are so far in the game, but Milton was having a very difficult time running the football.
A wide slot, wide trips. Delsite back in the ball game. Light back to throw. He's going to get pressure from the backside, but he gets it off to Radke, and Radke is got the first down, tackled by number 24, Josh Burquette. Radke definitely looks like a very nice receiver. I know he's a junior.
He's definitely Kevin Light's go-to guy. I don't know that he's thrown the ball to anybody else tonight, has he?
I think he threw it to Kurtz. He might have thrown to Kurtz once or twice. Getting some blocking. Light looking back. He hits Kurtz back. Coming back across his.
So that's what Milton has to do. I mean, the best thing Milton can do at this point in time is to get one down here and get it punched in before halftime.
Kevin Light was rolling to his right and threw back across the formation to his left to Kurtz, coming back like on a drag pattern.
That's a tough throw to make, too, because you're throwing back against your body like that.
Boy, that one's picked off. There's nothing but green in front, too. Once again, into the trip formation. He hands off to Johnson, and Johnson powers his way up the middle for about 3 yards. He'll bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 47-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go here at Alumni Field. Trips right. Once again, fake handoff. Light keeps the ball. Going around left end. Needed a block and didn't get it. Was tackled by Taylor McGargle for the Ironmen. He needed one more block and his lineman just ran by the guy. He didn't see him.
He runs like a spider, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's like all over the place.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely quick feet. Brings up a 3rd and 3.
Now, this is huge for Milton offensive line to either protect Kevin Light or blow off the ball here to get a first down and keep the drive going.
Boy, the Ironmen are tight. See who they're going to bring. They're going to bring some people here. Here they come. A pitch back to Delsite. Delsite accelerates up off tackle, and I believe he gets enough for the first down.
He got the first down by about a yard.
Delsite gives up. He is holding his rib. He's a tough kid, though. He's a tough runner, that kid.
And they had some good blocking on that play. That play developed very well.
Radke and Kurtz out split left. Light back to throw. He's looking. He's going deep for Kurtz, but he can't get there. Trying to make the diving catch is Kurtz, but it is an incomplete pass. Radke had run a curl, drawing the defense on him, and Kurtz had run it down, out, and up, and Light tried to hit him, but was not able to connect. So it brings up a 2nd and 10. Danville up 21-0 here in Milton. So like you said, it's important that Milton does something on this drive to get themselves some momentum going into halftime. Light back, he scrambles out to his right. He's getting pressured. He is run out of bounds by Sean Jeffries.
Hey, this is a big situation for Milton because if I think they're going to have to punt the ball if they don't get a first down. I don't think they can go for it here and give Danville the ball back.
No.
Even though, I mean, I know it's only 3rd down, but
Yeah, you're right. It depends on what they do on this play, how much yardage you get on this play, whether or not they will.
They need a first down or a manageable fourth down, one or the other.
Right. Because at almost midfield, Danville has the power to score a quick play. Light back to throw. Looking across the middle, almost throws it into the hands of, almost intercepted by number 55 there. And that is Blake Peeler. I don't think he was expecting that ball, and it hit him right in the chest.
Yeah, it did.
So you're right, Milton does elect to punt the ball away. As Zach Marks will punt the ball.
And keep in mind, they already got one tonight. They already blocked one.
That's right. And they had a, what did they have a return on? Was that a kickoff?
That was a punt.
That was a punt, yeah. Snap is back, good snap. Kurtz with a high punt.
Very nice kick.
Fielded by Faust. Faust makes the first one miss. He makes the second one miss. He cuts up inside. Good return, good run up to about the 23-yard line is Mike Faust. So the Ironmen have 1:43 to go.
One timeout.
And one timeout. What will Coach Wynn do here? I think he'll try to move the ball down the field.
Oh, I think he will too. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. I mean, he's got the quarterback that can throw the ball. He's also got Travis Miller, who was kicking field goals before the game. And I mean, I think they're in a situation where they have just the amount of time left to move the ball down the field.
That play where Olaf was open in the middle and they just overthrew him, I wouldn't be surprised they come back to that here somewhere.
Well, he should be your left end. Tight end.
He's the left tight end on that side, yes. He's staying in the block on this play. Miller is sprinting right. Nobody's open. He throws the ball to Faust. Faust catches it and does not get out of bounds.
No, he did not.
I thought he was going to try to get as much yardage as he could and get out of bounds. The sticks do move, however, so it is a first down on about the 39-yard line.
Well, he did a very good job on that pattern that time. He broke the pattern off, saw that Travis Miller was in trouble, and came back to him for the reception. He did a very good job on that.
So the clock is moving with 1:20 to go. Miller sprints left. He sprint left, rolling. He turns, hits. It's incomplete pass. He was going for Mike Faust. And once again, I think that ball was a catchable pass.
It looked like it was right there. He throws the ball really well rolling to his left,
yes, he does.
Which is a little abnormal because you have to turn your shoulders and your hips.
And he's got a nice quick release.
And again, give credit to these guys that are blocking. I mean, he's got time to throw the ball.
Yes, he does.
I think Milton's a little gun shy with sending anybody. They run that screen. They caught him twice blitzing on a screen.
They could come back with that middle screen again, I bet you. But not now, they won't. Where's he going? Where's he going? He's coming back across the field. He's got Faust open. Faust catches it to the 20, to the 15, and he is tackled there by Josh Dersham.
Well, now Danville has to get up there, either use a timeout or get another play in by the time these chains get set.
They got 57 seconds. Yeah, 57 seconds. They're down on the 15-yard line, and they have used their last timeout.
Well, we want to thank all the participating cable systems across Pennsylvania for their support in bringing you tonight's game of the week on PCN. This could be the big dagger right here.
This could be, going in. This would be monumental for Danville going in 28-0, and what a disappointment for Milton when they had a drive going. It came up, they just couldn't get the yardage they needed for a first down.
Yeah, they were moving down the field. They had a first down on the 40-yard line, and they ended up punting the ball from the 40.
Right.
They never got another yard.
Never got another yard, and they were hoping to go in only 14 points down at half, and here they could end up going in 28 points down.
Well, with under a minute to go, I think Danville they have the opportunity to take about one shot over the middle of the field if they're going to throw the ball, and everything else is going to have to be to the sideline. Or if they don't throw the ball over the middle, that option play that has worked real well for them. You know, to run the ball, they can run the ball one time, I think, and after that, they're either going to have to throw it or get out of bounds.
Well, they come out with a trips left, split right.
That's not going to be the option because Ailes not in the game.
Miller back to throw. We getting some penetration, but not much. Miller lofting it into the corner of the end zone,
Nice
and he
catch.
makes a beautiful catch there for a touchdown. Is that Faust? It is.
Well,
Mike Faust with a beautiful catch there, and that ball was right there.
We busted his chops there a
Yes,
little
we
while
did.
ago about dropping
He has
passes,
dropped a couple, but he came up with a big-time catch right there.
Very nice throw and nice pitching catch, and that just boy, that's very big.
Yeah, that's
halftime with that.
Sure, that's a dagger right there in the heart. Miller trying for the point after. High snap. Faust throws it into the end zone. Olaf drops the ball. Incomplete pass. So, with 49 seconds to go, it's 27-0. The Danville Ironmen.
And he looks effortless when he's throwing the football. I mean, it's just very smooth, and he puts it in places where only his receivers can catch it. And on that touchdown pass, the only kid who's going to catch that ball was Faust.
That's
that was
right.
it.
That's right. And the passes that were dropped tonight, yes, we have said, you know, Faust has dropped a couple and Olaf has dropped a couple, but those passes were there.
They were there. He hasn't really missed all night.
No, I'm impressed with him, and I'm impressed with Danville. But I'm telling you, Montoursville blew them out Monday night. Montoursville must have a nice team.
Well, I think in that game, Danville they had quite a few turnovers, some penalties, and they just never really got going. They never got really good field position.
But you know, sometimes that's a Monday night game too in high school. You know, you're used to playing Friday. You know, if you get postponed, then you come back on Saturday. But a Monday night it's tough.
Takes you right out of your routine.
It does.
Actually, we're pretty lucky tonight. It finally stopped raining. It's been raining for what, 8 days?
8 days, it seems like. Yeah, I felt like a sponge. The go-to guy right here, Miller, who does everything for this team, kicking off down to Garcia at about the 6-yard line. Garcia up the middle, and he is hit hard at about the 27-yard line.
Well, now the kids from Milton have a decision to make. Either, you know, we roll up the carpets and can't wait till the game to get over, or you know, try to play good hard football and salvage something out of this game. I mean, they're down by 4 touchdowns.
They're down by 4 touchdowns, and they don't have the quick get back in the game offense to make this a game, though, Mark.
They really don't. And one of the things that Milton hasn't done yet tonight is make a mistake. So, I mean,
I think we're looking at second half, possibly mercy rule here. They keep it on the ground, inside handoff. Jeffries making the tackle. They're not going to run against this team.
Well, they've had one good run all night long, and that was Charlie Johnson on that little
We do have an injury to a Danville player who is rolling around. He's rolling around in pain. I can't make out the number there. Maybe I can see it on the monitor here. It's number 11. Is that 11? Is that Olaf? Oh, let's hope not. I'd hate to see anybody hurt. It's not him.
I don't know. I can't tell, but he looks like he's in a little bit of pain.
Oh, okay. That would be Sean Jeffries. Yeah, that makes sense. He's a linebacker. He's definitely moving his legs around as though he's in pain. He's moving.
Now, where they're working on him at, it maybe popped the shoulder or something.
Yeah. I don't think if it was a leg or something, I don't think he'd be moving his legs like that. He definitely looks like he's in pain, though. Oh, he's getting up. What's he doing here? He's getting him up. And he's walking off the field.
Well, that's a good thing.
Under his own power, so that is good. He's walking slow. Milton with 19 seconds come out and trips left. I don't expect him to throw the ball. Kevin Light's going to fake to the fullback and run around the right end, and he's going to get himself a first down and get out of bounds. So with 7 seconds to go, and Light gets a first down. The Black Panthers have the ball up at their 45-yard line. And Coach Chicatano calls a timeout and is heading out to the huddle.
Well, heck, you're in a position now. You throw one up. What's the worst thing that can happen?
No, that's true.
Only 7 seconds to go.
That's right. You're looking at the district for playoff points. You have Montoursville in first with a 6-0 record with 810 points, followed by Towanda, who is 6-0 with 640 points. Mount Carmel, who's in 5-1 with 640, and Warrior Run 5-1 with 590. Danville's in 8th spot with a 4-2 record with 530 points, and they take 4 teams out of District 4. So they're only 60 points behind Warrior Run at this point. And Warrior Run is playing Mahanoy area tonight, which we can't determine if they're a 1 or a 2 or an A or a AA team. But Danville would pick up more points beating a.
Yeah,
is Milton AAA?
Milton's a AAA school.
Milton is a AAA school, yes. They're going to do something here. They're going to go long. Nice block there by Delsite. Light throws it long, and it is incomplete. He threw that ball a heck of a long way. It reminded me of doggone Cunningham for the Eagles years ago. But that's it. That's the end of the first half with the score 27-0. Stay with us, and we'll be back for the second half after these messages.
Domino's Pizza has 2 great locations, one in Lewisburg at 1722 West Market Street and 9 Southgate Plaza in Milton. At both locations, you can call your order in starting at 11 a.m. The number for Milton is 742-0100, and in Lewisburg, it's 524-9000.
College Football Saturday on FSN, where America's top teams, toughest conferences, and Heisman hopefuls strut their stuff.
What a catch! Unbelievable!
Every Saturday, all season long.
Look at this guy go!
College Football Saturday, presented by Kyocera on FSN.
For 115 years, Standard Journal has been providing local news and sports coverage throughout the Valley. Did the school district raise taxes? Who was crowned homecoming queen? From the late-breaking local news to the heartwarming story about your neighbor, you can read about it in Standard Journal. Our sports department features the most consistent coverage of local sports. High school, college, Little League, if it's local, we cover it. Sports fans, be sure to read the latest take on local sports in Chris Brady's weekly column. Call today to subscribe to the Standard Journal, the voice of your hometown.
When the only thing that matters is absolute perfection. Marvin Windows and Doors.
Klinger Lumber, your local supplier of Marvin windows and doors.
Every weeknight at 5, your favorite sports writers are dishing out their true opinions live on the air.
That's where I have a problem here about making a big deal about this. They were not illegal.
Don't Miss Dodge presents Daily News Live weeknights at 5, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
Comcast Sportsnet is the only network live for every post-game reaction. Hear from Andy Reid and all your favorite birds. Don't miss Chevrolet post-game live after every Eagles game, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
We're back here at the start of the second half. There you see the Milton Black Panthers huddled up. We have statistics from the first half of the Mark Burrows. Mark?
Well, the score, Danville 27, Milton 0. First downs, Danville has 9. They've rushed the ball 17 times for 86 yards. thrown it 16 times, completed 8 with no interceptions for 162 yards. Danville's rolled up 248 yards in the first half. 2 penalties for 20 yards, no turnovers. However, they fumbled once but did not lose it. Milton has 7 first downs, rushed 18 times for 80 yards, threw the ball 12 times, completed 3 with no interceptions for 40 yards. Their total yards in the first half was 120. They were penalized once for 10 yards, no turnovers, and no fumbles.
There you have it. Score 27-0. Milton kicking off to start the second half. And back to receive. Andrew Cope, number 2, and number 14, Brendan Wright.
Well, I think this is going to be the ball game right here, Ted.
Well,
If Danville takes his kickoff and takes it right down the field and scores, it's going to...
Nice end-over-end kick. Taken by Cope, who is hammered. Oh, and we got penalties right away. And Cope is slow to get up.
Well, I watched on that kickoff that time just by stroke of luck from Milton, number 23. I'm not sure who that is, but he went down that
Walk in
field.
the back. White.
That was Trent Beaver.
He come down that field. I mean, he was flying. Nobody laid a hand on him, and he's the kid that made the tackle.
Okay. Well, you start the second half on a penalty.
What do we got?
That will put Danville deep in their end of the field.
It's about the 9-yard line.
It is first and...
Shouldn't that be first and 10?
What do we got going on over there?
Yeah, that should be first and 10.
Yeah, they're calling timeout. The official timeout. Yeah, it's first and 10.
I was going to say.
Okay, here we go.
Now you got Ale in the ball game, so
Right. No, I would think they're going to run it, get a little bit of room here. There's that Charlie Johnson come. Oh, there's a mix-up in the backfield, but it's broken. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
There was a mix-up in the backfield with the fullback. Jeffries running into the quarterback, but he still was able to get from the approximately the 10-yard line out to the 27-yard line.
A very, very hard run again.
Ball out to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 from the 27. Miller sweep to Ale, and he's got it. Room, loads of room, and he is a hard bull to bring down. It is Charlie Johnson right there. Charlie, I tell you, I'll give him a lot of credit. He's doing it all for Milton tonight.
Yes,
he is left, he is right, he's in the backfield. You know, he's running the ball. He's one kid out there that is given, you know, everything he's got.
One of the problems I think they're having on that chain gang, Ted, is they got a new hire over there tonight. I think that's Mr. Joe Nicky over there on that one post over there.
Oh, okay.
And he's really having a difficult
He's having a hard time with it.
Trying to comprehend what's going on here.
Joe's a good guy. Miller back to pass. Looking deep.
That's trouble.
It's nice catch. I thought the defensive back was going to be able to intercept that, but no, that ball was right on the money. I'm telling you, Sidney Smith, Miller throwing that ball rolling to his left like that. You know, you said in the first half how impressive he was, and once again, he shows, you know, remarkable ease. He's thrown that ball with ease.
That's one of the hardest throws you have to make is
across your body like that.
Rolling left.
Yeah, you got to turn your body, your shoulders.
They probably roll left 75% of the time.
Yeah.
And that throws right on the money. I thought that was going to be picked off.
I did too. I thought that defensive back was stepping right in front. Jeffries in motion. Miller coming to the right. And he's going to be taken down by Zach Marks. And he might even Oh, he might have gained a yard, maybe.
Oh, shucks, it puts Danville in a throwing situation.
That's right. Back to the left, too.
Yep. Got it on the right hash.
Now he didn't gain a yard, so we got 2nd and 10.
Now they got it on the right hash, so now he can roll out left. Did you happen to notice how quiet it is here?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
it's not much,
really quiet.
The new press box up here on the Milton side is nice, but it is quiet on this side. Trips to the left. I would say Miller, yes, he's rolling to his left. Milton, no pressure. Oh, he's got a guy wide open. Nobody is there. Unfortunately, the ball led him out of bounds, but Sidney Smith was wide open, made the catch down on about the 15-yard line. If Miller had been able to get it to him sooner, he would have walked in.
Oh, to put that into perspective, Ted, that was the worst throw he made all night.
That's right. That's right. Led the guy right out of bounds, and he had nobody near him.
He hit him in the hands, but it just. I mean, when you got to start talking about a high school quarterback making that's the worst throw he made all night. He's having a heck of a
night. Yes, he is. He's very impressive against this Milton Black Panther defensive secondary. Miller, fake sweep, hands off to Jeffries, who gets I was going to say back to the line of scrimmage, but no, his knees hit before that, so he lost a yard on that play. Okay. Brings up a 2nd and 11.
Right where Danville wants to be.
They're more in the middle of the field, though, Mark. I don't know.
I think they just run the ball to keep the clock going.
Can they? Do you think they'll roll right? I don't know.
He doesn't roll right often.
No, he doesn't.
Well, Ailes in the game.
Smith in motion.
Oh, he's going to roll right. Make me
Ailes out. There's nobody open. He throws it. Oh, he almost got it, though, to number 24 in the back of the end zone. Looking for Paquette. But that play was pretty well defended by the Black Panthers.
Yes, it was. And I don't know if it's by design or not, but the Danville receivers really break off their routes and help him out a lot. I mean, they see when you figure what, he rolled out there, 30 yards?
Oh, he definitely came towards the sideline quite a bit, yes. Yes.
And those receivers look for a little opening, and they go find it.
Olaf coming into the game will probably line up as a tight end. Paquette coming out wide right with Sidney Smith.
Let's see if they go back to that tight end screen.
Looking across the middle. Olaf is there. It's intercepted. It's intercepted by Garcia, who makes a nice cutback. He's getting up to about the 30-yard line. I don't know how he came up with that ball.
It looked like he took it right out of his hand.
I thought it looked like it was Olaf's catch to make, and all of a sudden Garcia has the ball.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. I think he took that right out of
Olaf's
hands.
He might have. Has a nice defensive play by Garcia. We have a penalty against the Black Panthers.
No, we got a
sideline. No, was that a sideline warning?
Yep.
Warning, okay.